Okay, so I don't know if I can show this here. Let me see. Let me switch it over. Okay, so I got the fatso on here. If you can see, I have the fatso. And the thing is, I got it going on through the big six. So let me show you the big six. So it's going through the big six. And let me just angle this, because this is reading off my iPhone. So, hey, you know. Okay, so it's going through there, and let me show you what it looks like on the plug-in side. So let's get in here. Okay, so you see it. Okay, good. I want you to pay attention to something that, you know, let me close that. Okay, so pay attention to something. Now I know we got some people, like, you know, they have a plug-in that's paid for that you can do it. And yes, I do know about the plug-in, so I do know about the plug-in. I just feel like, you know, for what this is, I didn't want to spend no money, you know, to read the hardware when I had something that was already doing it. This plugin is very nice. It's a very fancy way of looking at things, how they got it, and it's good for that. It's very good. I love the graphics and everything. That's cool. But I don't think it's worth $40, to be honest. You know, just reading something to see what your stuff is doing, you know, I don't think it's worth $40. Turn that off. This one right here. So this is like a Baxendale thing, okay. Not much. You see, you flip through. Let's zero this out. Let's drive. Let's publish it. I use this EQ a lot when I'm mixing. And if you're wondering what are those like, it's impulse responses, that's what it is. That's how it's measuring things. It's pretty neat. So you gotta have like 2 of them on here. Move it out the way. That's nice, right? Pay attention to the green line, all right? Move this out the way. I got this small screen. There's not much real estate on here. I'm just making it smaller. But pay attention to the green line. Look how refined the line is, right? All right, let's go to like some vintage stuff. All right. So we're on some vintage stuff right here. Let me turn this on. And automatically you notice something. All right, it has a drive. Let's see what that does. So it just overall like boosts. Okay, look at that punch. You already know what that is. Look at that. So you can see exactly, which is nice. So you know you get a better understanding of what you're doing when you're pulling up these little things. Okay, so that was the vintage EQs. And they have other ones on here, but that's not really why I'm here doing this. I am here to show you something. Okay, now, for those that use Logic and hardware, I know y'all know what this is. Do I really have to set up a camera, or are you just gonna trust that I'm using my Big 6? Okay, so it's like 3 knobs that I'm gonna turn on the Big 6. And I want you to notice something right off the bat. Okay. All right. So, we have the fat zone here, and it's automatically sending some harmonics in there. I'm not really doing too much of anything, and that's just the signal that you get when you run your stuff through this device. So if you use a plugin and you record it through this device, back in through your high-end ADD converters, I'm very curious. What can I get just through the console itself? Let me turn this off. This is summoning through the SSL. That's it. That's what's running through the SSL. When you analog sum through the SSL, let me see, y'all get that. So that was the fat zone, right? Okay, let me go back. Dang, I need to have another monitor on this thing. Okay. So that's just the SSL. Just on the SSL. Now, I know the light is blinking on the Fatso, but I turned the inserts off. That's what the inserts on. That's, that's what the Fatso. The inserts on. Yeah, I just got it like this. I turn the inserts off. And that's just, for the SSL. That's the SSL. And if I wanted to put on the EQ on one, it's boosted all the way out like that. And turn that down. Broad strokes. So that's the SSL. Now you're just not getting that with regular plugins. You're just not getting that with regular plugins. At all. So you have the chaos of the unit in this realm and how it operates. How it operates in this dimension. Just like there's a difference in the vitamins and the food that you consume from ones that are natural with the seeds and stuff versus the GMO stuff. Same thing like with the music, sound. Now, it could be just my opinion, all theory, I could just be talking. You know, it's the music, space. You know, they recorded what a planet sounds like, the music it makes. Imagine if it was just. Imagine if it was just that. And I'm just saying, look at the line. The line is not just. Let's look at the green line. And it's just that the benefits of using plugins, I know the benefits because I use them too. But at the end of the day, the grapes with no seeds versus grapes with seeds, the difference is very different. Lately, everybody been, and I know for some years though, but lately, everybody they've been talking about, oh yeah, our stuff has different ingredients and other shit at different places. Why? And why is that? You know, because the things, it's like the ingredients are in there. Just treat the ingredients to whatever the fuck you eating as the background. Just treat it as the background, right? You're just consuming shit and you don't even know what the fuck is in it. Let's just call that the background. And some other people, they said, you know what? I want to see what's in the background. I want to see what's in the background, you know? And that'd be like, music is alive. And I guess the harmonics that we're getting from these devices. You know, I mean, like, ADD converters, they are cool, you know, and it transfers that information in there. Because without them, we wouldn't be able to see these things. So, shout out to ADD converters. Do they really matter? I mean, like, ADD converters, they are cool, but do they really matter? I got different ADD converters. I got cheap ones, mid ones, and pro ones. And I spent like, you know, $3,000 on this Big 6. I spent $3,000 on the Orion. And they sound the same. And if they don't, they sound the same. Hell, I can pull out my Vault or the 2, you know what I mean, the SSL 2 Plus and use those, and guess what? It's gonna all sound the same. And what do I mean by that? It don't matter. It's what the fuck I mean by that. Okay. Now, you know, why does it matter? Because if you don't have, the analog in there, you know what I mean? You're still transferring it into GMO anyway, and the consumer, they don't care. It's just if they like it or not. They don't care like they like. But that's just like if you had like a fast food chain, right? And you were like making some good food, and people that come in and get the food, and they're not really checking what the fuck is in that shit. They're not checking what's in the ingredients. They're not. They don't care what you use to cook it. They don't care what's in it. Is if they like it or not. And so the same thing with the music. It's like, but if they like it or not. So they don't care which A to D converter you use. It don't even matter. It only matters if they like it or not. And these companies take advantage of people because you want your stuff to sound like this. You got to be better than that person's. It got to be better than that. And now your equipment is a who's who. So don't get into that. Just buy some pieces to fit your sound and make that your sound. Me, I wanted a complex kind of like sound, so I got stuff that's, that fits the sound I wanted to go for. I don't need everything, but get you some good hardware, like something. Just run your shit through that shit. Or like, I could even, if I didn't even have like the Fatso, I would just use that. I was just using the Big 6 still do. Or if I didn't have neither one of those, or I had just a regular ass interface like the Vault, I'd just take those channels, do the 500 series, and just let it run through there because evidently it's doing something. It's doing something. Even while it's on, just the electricity and the current going through it, all the parts and stuff like that. And a lot of engineers, they've been using this trick for a minute where they have something and they won't even engage it, but they'll just run audio through it. Have you ever heard of that? I heard of that. And I've done it. I have some equipment that's meant for you to do just that too. I guess it's to add some of that character of the unit in there without actually engaging in the EQs or the compression. But anyway, I think the analog is better than plug-ins digital. I think that analog is way better than plug-ins right here. It behaves different. It's smoother. The curves, they're more smoother. They're more natural for this realm. They're not algorithms. They're not ones and zeros. It's just current. Analogish. That's just like you walking around and stuff. It's like naturally, like how you function. So your curves are more smoother. The way you move, no ridges, no micro ridges. And micro ridges, what I mean by that? Well, figure it out, fuckers. But it's just smooth. Like, I can turn the analog EQ. That's what it is. And it's broad strokes. That's what I care about. I can affect things in a broad perspective. You know what I mean? So if I'm like running something through, like that's just like if you running something through here, right? If you can, like, I'm gonna do something on the big six later. I'm gonna do something on that later, but the signal is being processed, and that's what you get when you analog some.